I think EVs might be dead. And not stuck in Chicago cold dead, like all the EV companies out here are dying. And worse than that, the legacy automakers that once committed to going full electric are walking back their promises. Let's talk about what I mean. First off, Rivian, you might have heard, reported their earnings last week and they went really bad. The stock's tanking. Everybody's wondering, are they even going to survive? Turns out they're losing like almost $50,000 per vehicle. They're pretty much banking on this new R2, which will be cheaper. Lucid also reported their earnings, doing terribly. Apparently, they're losing like $200,000 or more every time they sell a vehicle. And I'll be honest, I don't really see Lucid coming out of this alive unless their new SUV is insane. And then most recently, Fisker reported that they're bleeding money, and if they don't find a partner soon, that they probably won't make it out alive. So all this terrible news and the waning demand of EVs has companies like Mercedes walking back on their EV promises. Just 3 years ago, Mercedes promised that their entire fleet would be electrified by 2030, but Mercedes CEO basically just came out and said, yeah, that ain't happening. It seems to me that the only company still cooking right now is Tesla, even though their earnings were actually disappointing as well. But overall, I'm just having a hard time figuring out what happened. Like 2, 3 years ago, every single company said all of our cars will be electric by 2030, 2040, very soon. It seemed like the public was starting to warm up to electric cars. Now it's like all at once, everybody woke up and said, yeah, I want an engine. Maybe it was because of this winter and all the horror stories you were hearing, like getting stranded in Chicago in negative-degree weather. Or maybe it's because of inflation and interest rates being so high and people can't afford $100,000 EVs. Or just kind of a combination of everything. And now people just want to stick with what they know. What do you guys think? Are EVs dead or do you still see an electric future?